Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Got my
Hey, yeah.
Diet Coke. That'll be when we know we've made it, is when I get a Diet Coke sponsorship.
Product placement.
Huh?
Product placement.
Product placement. Oh, I didn't understand what you said, product placement.
Olivia's in the school.
Amazing. Lovely. Should we head
She's
over?
warming up for you, yeah.
Great. So we're going to go and have a look at Olivia. She's practicing. Excited to see how she's doing.
Really good to see because we had such a good session last week.
Such a good session. So we really wanted to. Hello. How are you doing? I've been freezing all day. I'm going to get this skate shirt.
Oh yeah, I'll do that one.
Let's go straight in. I want to see what you've been doing. Like,
Okay.
show me.
Okay, now I'm scared. Good boy, come on.
Talk about what you've been finding with him. What have you been finding? First of all, what is the good stuff that you've been feeling?
The good stuff's every time I come in, he's remembered it. It's
Yeah.
not like I have to refresh him. And I feel like he's understanding it more. On the days where he is with me, it's like really, really cool. The conflict stuff though that I'm finding is now he's sort of figured out he can go away, go away from me. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so then I was a bit hesitant, and then he's like, well, you don't know what you're doing. So that's the only struggle I've had,
Yeah.
which I think is not many, is it? It's
No,
a given one.
Well, I think, like you say, he's just starting to, like, as things are progressing, he's starting to, like, test where things are and starting to figure out, because he's a smart horse, he's going to, like, be figuring things out.
Oh yeah, he's very clever.
Yeah. But something that's like, I mean, ultimately liberty means freedom, and horses do leave us, and so I suppose the big thing is about how we get them back, and that's something we've not done yet, so I think it's something we'll definitely have to tackle today to give you a bit more confidence. So in that moment of whether he's going to stay or go, there will be so much like stuff going on internally between what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what he's thinking and feeling, and that's the dictator as to whether he's going to stay or go. Should I stay or should I go? We're going to start with the same exercises we would normally do, but we're going to pick it up a little bit more. We're going to step up into Canter a little bit and just like, level up. It's often the Canter's always like a little bit messy because often, you know, horses have learnt to trot alongside us for like trot ups, whatever else.
Yeah.
It's quite natural. It's very rare a horse has ever been taught to canter alongside somebody. So just for the horse's sense of like being next to a human cantering, they're like, whoa, I'm not sure if I'm meant to be doing this.
Yeah. Okay.
That should be interesting. And then to help tackle the whole issue with him leaving, the way we get a horse to come back to us is through a recall. So I'll teach you recalls, and that's something that will hopefully solve that problem that you've been getting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's go off. And halt. And trot. And halt. And trot. And turn. Okay. So I don't want you to be like clicking him up and chasing him behind. I'm not looking for him to canter for like circles and circles. I'm just like the transition's more important.
Just to break into it.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. And when you hit the wall, go for it. Okay. And use your voice, bring it back. Try not to. All right. That's fine. Go straight to him and carry on. Like normal. Totally like normal. Okay, and walk. Give him a little pat. Just Just so he doesn't get anxious. Okay. And up. Okay, bring him back, bring him back. Yeah, good boy. Give him praise. Asking him to go, and he's really, really going. We then can't be like, oh, but he's still like not breaking into Canter, because he's actually still giving a response, but it's like he needs more speed to be able to go from you in order to go even faster. So if that's difficult, what we can also do is like do it on small circles. You might do like a circle this size where you're running, but he's cantering around you. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. Not so small that it's like a really pressured circle for him to canter on, but enough of a circle that you don't have to run miles, but he can have the space you need. Running on a circle like this, and to keep up with me, he has to do it in a canter, and then we get before he can bring it straight back. Go for it, let's go for it. I would maybe flow, I'm just if you're.
Am I safe here?
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully. Yeah, good, and then bring it back. Well done, huge praise, huge praise, huge praise. Really big first. Really good. Well done, Olivia. Perfect. Good boy. Well done. Sometimes, depending on the way you're approaching it. Basically explained to me was like, oh, you want to like suck the horse to you from behind. So I'd be there like imagining like I'm gonna suck the horse. What I've realised what it actually is. Literally, I would do that. Face. So you're.
I'm not.
You are. You know
I'm actually
Make
not.
a terrible meme out of that.
This is really good. Up tug.
Well, you can tell she's done this before.
There. You see the moment of like the yield?
Yeah. His initial thing with everything.
Yeah. So that just means good boy. That just means you're just gonna have to do a lot more of it, I'm afraid.
So yeah, that's weird. I would have never taught them to do that, but it makes sense. Otherwise, they're gonna all stop a bit.
But keep it long. But actually, I'd have it quite short with him, because that will keep you as well, making sure that he's right where you need him to be.
Yeah.
Back. So turn. Bad. And you'll feel it. You'll feel better. Yeah, been much worse. Good man. Good boy. Okay, you want to have a go?
Yeah. And keep the rope like there. Sorry, the whip.
Yeah, when you're not using it, you want it out of the way. But when you want to feel like you can draw more towards you, that's it. Bit of pressure.
It feels really good. I think you set him up.
He's also probably a lot more connected with you because you guys have an actual relationship and he trusts you. Sorry.
No, it's alright. Ignore me.
He needs to be able to feel comfortable, trust. So don't let him fall out on the shoulder. You want to feel like you're channeling him. If you think in dressage, well, okay, forget dressage because I don't know what I'm talking about with dressage, but if you imagine I'm walking and wherever I go, I'm leaving a trail.
Yeah.
So there's a trail on the line, on the floor. That's where I need my horse to go.
Yeah.
So if I go this way and my trail's like that, he shouldn't go like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And sometimes on the turns, he's following you, but he's cutting.
And that's always been a terrible thing in the ridden.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
I love this. How
So he was really used to be very naughty coming off the corners onto the diagonal, because he'd fall through the shoulder, he'd curl, and then he'd blow really, really bad. And he did it coming onto the centre line for anything. He'd always blow either coming onto the centre line or off the diagonal. If he's sliding, that's always been the thing I found hard, is not letting him drift. Did it in the Piaf and Passage as well. He'd always drift.
And you'll feel it when it's like he's really on your line.
I literally feel like nose to nose. You're used to having your horse run towards you.
It's weird, isn't it? But you see how now just in the walk, how he's much better in terms of his drawing to you, without you having to like use that rope. Look, feel that? That's massive already. Yes. Well done, Olivia.
It's so multitasking, isn't it?
It's tricky, isn't it? Honestly, doing so well. Good. Well done. Good reactions.
Good boy.
Big pat. Well done. Amazing. That's massively better. Massively better.
I feel like I can... God, that's like a thing in itself, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. He is absolutely exhausted. He's so tired. I think that's a really good place to leave it.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel about, like, I think when we had that moment, I don't know if you were about there, Flo, but the moment where we kind of talked about the turns and getting him to come into you and that feeling that connection.
I feel that will help what we did last time and that work, and then adding the canter in, and there's like two big things, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But I just feel his confidence is going to grow from it, because he is like quite insecure.
Yeah.
And it's really nice for him to know that, not to be scared of the whip.
Yeah. And
to come into the pressure, because unfortunately he has had that from his past of being scared of the whip.
Yeah.
And I always wondered how people like get them to Piaf like with nothing on, and I feel when they're okay to be by it.
Yeah. It'll come from like a soft place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to come on camera for the proposal we have.
The proposal?
Yes.
I mean, I can't do selfie.
Put it on the...
Yeah, let's set it up.
Okay, let's put it up there.
But, so yeah, Flo and I, is he on a horsey fly? How bad, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah.
Flo and I have had a bit of an idea that we wanted to propose, that how do you feel about doing a performance with Wilf that we worked towards together? How does that make you feel?
Terrified, but also, like half of me would be like, then half of me would be like, no. I think it'd be good to have something to work towards.
I think you guys are more than capable.
Yeah.
Like, more than, I'm not saying to do it now, I think it's something we work towards in a few months.
Christmas time we were thinking of something.
Yeah. And something where people who have been following your journey at home can come and watch you in like, your first live thing. And obviously, on the build up to that, you wouldn't just be like thrown in the dark. You could be like, get out and do like, you get out and do little bits. You can go out.
And that'd be good for him, because I think he's missing going out and about.
Yeah. But to have sort of like a bit of like a reveal performance or something that's like, in a way, it doesn't really matter, I think, how it goes. And I don't think you should put pressure on yourself like it has to be.
A little bit like dancing on ice, because they sometimes really balls out that it's because they haven't been doing it for long.
And I think
I'll do it like that.
Yeah. But yeah, you think you're up for it?
I think so, yeah.
Yay.
I'm gonna say yes.
Well, now
and then regret it.
Yeah,
Now it's on video.
Just get that in. Right, so how are you feeling after today, and also how are you feeling about our proposal?
Yeah, today was really good. I feel like we did a lot in today's session.
Yeah.
Two big topics, and also fixed the problems that I'd been having in between the two lessons. So that's really good. And then the proposal, I think, to be honest, up till the day I'll be like, I'm not sure. I think it'll be really good. And I think it will keep me on my toes. So it'll be good, and it'll be really nice to do something else with Wilf. Other than, to say like he did a Grand Prix and then he did a Liberty. Yeah. Would be wild.
Amazing.
Wild. And
cool.
Then, so I'm really excited.
I'm so excited.
Yes, I know. I'm really excited.
So good.
Got so many ideas jumping around in my head.
So many ideas.
Need to like rein it in a bit.
So there was a blower. So we just had to have a little cut. Could get this window down. But oh my gosh, I think it's really good that Olivia's like come to some problems, as it were.
Yeah.
It's inevitable with the liberty.
It was really nice to actually watch you work through them with her.
Yeah. She got it. She totally got it. And it is hard. Like, I remember when I was, like, I didn't have anybody to help me.
Yeah.
I just, like, guessed my way through. Sometimes it would take months, and sometimes, like, something eventually would click and you realise, like, wow, I've been making this mistake all along. And it's interesting because she's, like, really self-conscious. I can see how aware she is. Do you see it too, Flo?
Yeah, I can, yeah. And she keeps apologising.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm really scared. I think I've done something wrong. And I think she just needs to have a bit more confidence in herself.
She's really talented with it. It's really nice to see, like, another horse person that is thinking about the horse and is in tune with their horse. Because I probably shouldn't say this, but a lot of horse people aren't as in tune as they think they are.
Yeah.
And it's just really nice to see.
Yeah. Well, she
pick it up
doesn't
so
blame
quickly.
Wilf. She never blames Wilf. She's
No.
always looking internally.
Yeah.
Which, and in reality, most of the time when things aren't going the way we need them to, it's because of something we're doing.
Yeah.
But no, she did really great, and she's making so much. I think she doesn't realise how much progress she's making.
Yeah.
I don't think she realises how good she is. But I think this doing a show, her doing her first performance will be so good for her.
Yeah.
Because when she does it and nails it, hopefully she'll realise, like, how good she is.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that is something, guys. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, I'm excited for a party as well.
Yeah!